All right, are we ready for this?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do this.
So, welcome to Granblue Radio. This is episode number 174. I called this one fried chicken. Then I remember
Fried
that one's a little
chicken.
obscure because I've seen the Cinderella Girls anime and I totally forgot that was a thing.
I remember exactly when it
Yeah,
happens.
because you watched a supercut of every single time it happens.
Well, no, but it's the specific situation.
I
I already
see.
knew where it was.
And then um, so we've got ourselves a couple things going on right now in Granblue Fantasy. It's Flash Gala. I'll probably do a roll during the show just to see what happens. But let's start with Cinderella Fantasy. So, this is the first Cinderella Girls event in Granblue Fantasy in what, 3 years? It's
Two,
been a
three
long
years, something
time.
like that.
It's been a long, long time.
It's back when they were still doing SRs as
Yeah, and
collaborators.
Mikazuki was what, 2018?
Yes.
So, the the things to note about this one. So, let's start with the summons and weapons first. So we've got ourselves the Golden Pina. The Golden Pina is meant to be a sub summon more than it is meant to be a main summon, but also it's for fun. It's a Golden Pina. It's voiced by Uzuki's VA. Well, it will be when they return to voicing.
Whenever I get it. Yeah.
Thank you for the follow to Try Edge 27. So anyway, uh,
Yeah, the sub war is pretty nice actually. 4-star, 20% boost to is Cinderella
it's
Girls
it's
attacks.
convenient. Right before we started the episode, I was just chugging away with Magna One Cinderella Girls, and they were doing good damage. So I'm like, okay, let's add 20% to that. Like, I appreciate this. Like, it's something that they could use, except that I'm using like the star and Metatron, but ignore that part. It's it's just cool. I await the Pina noises with glee. More importantly, when we get to these collabs, actually, the main hands are very important because they can go to 4 stars. They're always 4 stars. They're always EXs, and so you always look at them as main hands for classes that you don't use very often. And so we've got our Pina Bestiary, where its CA effect is that white winged creature descends at end of turn, aka that's a nuke, isn't it? The Pina
What
Bestiary,
was
the
that?
CA effect, is it just a nuke?
We bonus dark damage.
Yeah.
So yes.
So it staff classes tends to be very happy to have extra nukes, and by staff classes I really just mean Warlock. Um, and then for some reason they decided to give this one preemptive, the unidentified forbidden oomph. So it's already EX attack, so it's what 16 I think percent uh attack up. So
Roughly.
nothing to write home about there. And then with this, it's an extra what 8%. I saw the numbers earlier, and I need to actually look at it again. 18.
Rogan says 18% at SL15, and then there's the bonus.
The bonus from the Pina Bestiary is how much? It is eight
And
percent. So
8%.
yes, 26%. 26% attack up is almost as good as the Beelzebub weapon. It's pretty good. I will gladly accept
Yeah.
this because when you look at the list of dark staves and dark daggers that are not grand, so you get let's go dark staff.
Uh, how many of them cause
Um,
blind?
so we've got ourselves the Avatar, which is blind. Yeah, and it's just like not
Uh,
not really a main hand effect. You main man Majestus.
the Highlander staff
Which one?
is pretty nice. The Highlander one is pretty nice.
Boost to multi attack rate. Yeah, it's not so bad. But a lot of the
Yeah.
time when you're main handing the Scales of Dominion, you also have to rebuild your entire grid around it. Otherwise, you're only using it for its main hand effect. That's just sad. Oh, with Halloween Stick, it blinds. We've got the Dragon Bar V, which doesn't actually have an attack skill. So yeah, I mean, Pina Bestiary is a pretty good farmable main hand for when you're trying to get this kind of thing. Like, if you're doing staff, let's see, there's no class that's both staff and harp. When you're looking at axes, there's better axes. When you're looking at, let's see here, staff and dagger, there's a good farmable dagger, sure, the revenant weapon. And then there's staff spear, and okay, spear has one of the best free main hands in the game for dark spear. So, kind of gives you a lot of everything, actually. Has enmity and it gives supplement. Yeah, the Zemo Spear is a lot, but still, the Pina Bestiary is it's not one that you'll immediately fodder. There are uses for it, and that's a good place to be in. Yeah, you keep one. Mm-hmm. Because the other one we were thinking that I just remembered is freaking Luna's friend. Do you remember Luna's friend? That, that thing's like, I mean, it's free, and if you want a dark staff really badly, then it's sitting there waiting for you still. In side stories, Shadowverse, Duelist of Eternity. Where'd it go? What can it do? Oh boy. Love Live, Paradise Lost, will make Skype. Is Shadowverse not in side stories? I thought it was. Where'd it go? There's so many of these things. There it is. It's on the first page for whatever reason. So here we go. Luna's friend. Slight chance of one hit KO. Alright, sorry. that's that's a baddie. That's a baddie. Alright. So I already bought the 10 draw ticket, so the only thing left for me to draw is the single premium draw thing. Eh, it'll happen in time. As soon as we hit the second half of this event, then we'll have 4 maniacs to go through, and I'll just do those, call it a day, and then buy everything at the end. Um, well, let's not talk about the story until it's done. It's one of those things where, especially since I think a lot of people will be skipping the story until it has been voiced. But, mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I do. Shibuya Rin as an SSR, and I guess 2 other people. Yeah, there's Rin on the home screen, and then upgraded Rin, and then upgraded Rin, upgraded Rin, upgraded Rin, and Rin. Actually, let's have all of them for that one. But otherwise, Rin. Is someone muted? Oh boy. Hold on. DJ, you fell out again. Alright, I will restart. I'll be right back. Unfortunately, I hate it when this happens, but we will have to do this again. Let's see if DJ's back. Alright, DJ?
Alright, testing.
People in chat, can you hear DJ?
Please say yes.
Please say yes. They can hear DJ. It's happening.
Alright.
We're back. All right. So we were talking about new generations, new generations, new shiberations.
We're stretching on that one.
I've been stretching the entire time. Look,
That's true.
it's the time of year to be stretching. The language to its breaking point. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the. Wait a second. Was I not? I bet I bet the full auto would have been way better if I'd actually unlocked skill 4. Anyway, all right, new generations. They are the first Cinderella Girls character to come out in the new age of SSR collab characters. So they took some of the very first SRs they ever gave out for collabs, and they're just like, hey, new generations. They're
It makes
back.
sense for them.
Yeah, it makes sense for them. They're a team unit. You can now have 11 characters on the field as light, or you can have 10 characters, a dog, a bunch of birds, and a shoe bill and a bear.
You can fill the screen.
You
You can fill
can
the screen a
really
lot.
fill the screen. There's a lot of people, but the way they built these characters is actually really cool. So as is often the case for a triad character, each button represents a person. So here we have Uzuki with the cute symbol, and she just says 20% 20% boost to everybody's charge bar instantly, but also boost to charge bar gain, and so effectively it actually gives you what? I wasn't actually paying attention, but it gives you a ton of meter, and it's on a 4-turn cooldown. Unlike a lot of these skills that give, so it's 20% charge up bar up. I see.
Hmm.
Oh wait, so it's what? 24 meter effectively. Anyway,
Not to her, but we'll get to that part later.
yeah, we'll get to that part later. For other effects of this kind, like 30% boost to everybody's charge meter, it's a 7-turn cooldown usually. And every time that they CA, they get these skills back. So, I mean, that's good. That's real good.
To be fair, the buff that they get lasts only for 1 turn, but that's enough. That's enough, really.
hmm So then we have Eolite Bloom, the Rin ability, which tries to cold cage something. Cold cage has been exclusive to water so far. So this is because Rin is water, they gave it to her.
Yeah.
Um, and it works against Dark the best. Which is a funny thing because if you, I don't know if I told you this, but if you're a Rune Slayer and you try to do the double water circle spell, it
Hmm.
will try to cold cage. If you're not water, it still counts as being cast by a water caster. So if it's not
Really?
against fire, you're really expecting that stuff to miss. Like you just
All right
expect it
then.
to miss.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but
And then we have our dirt standard heal and clarity. Once again, having that on a 4-turn cooldown is very good, and having it on effectively a less of a cooldown because of Miracle Revolution is very good.
wait, did
And
you say
then
dirt standard?
was that
Did you say dirt standard?
what, the heal and one remove one debuff? Yeah, because it's only like
Yeah.
a 1500 or something. So
Yeah, it's 1500 and remove a debuff. Yeah,
yeah, a lot of characters
not
have
bad.
that. Yule's had it for years. You know, it's
Yield takes more time.
hmm So then we have their fourth skill, which I didn't pick up yet. It is something that we have seen on Millie and Salilao, where each character doing one hit of a triple attack gets a different effect. So Uzuki on the first swing boosts all allies' light attack, which is going to end up being 10% for effectively 3 turns. The second attack, so Rin, I think, no, it's Mio, I think.
Wait, I thought it was. What was the ordering?
I
I
can't
forget
remember
now.
anymore. There's no voices for them, so it's hard for me to remember who swings first. But anyway, so we have light defense down on the second one,
Stackable.
which is stackable, and it's 5%. So it's not impressive, but they do it for 3 straight turns.
And also, the thing is that it lasts for 180 seconds.
hmm And
So
then the
like a
last
standard debuff.
and the last one has about a 30% chaser on it, which is good.
Yeah,
It's
and
nice. It's 3 out of 7, which is once again like the standard buff duration. And then the last thing is wonderful magic. They're Wolf and Rennie. They're guaranteed triple attacks, and they get 35% less meter, just like Kumbira, just like Wolf and Rennie, just like Shiva. There's a list of
hmm
characters who have this drawback, and they're all good. Like it's not enough of a drawback until you have multiple characters with this in your party. So don't use them with Kumbira.
I mean, to be fair, one of Kumbira's partial jobs is to increase your multi attack, while these guys triple attack all the time.
But like, for those of you who were here before the show, there's a demonstratable loop. It's most practical against like Avatar, where if you have the following things: Lumberjack, Noah, Grand Jean, and New Generations, then what will happen is as once you've done a single CA on both Jean and New Generations, on full auto, Jean will grant you triple attack, and then Uzuki will give your entire team meter and meter gain. Then on that
because
triple
hers takes priority.
then on your triple attack, your MC will go to 100 meter, Noah will go to 100 meter, Jean will go to 100 meter, and New Generations will end up at like 80-ish meter. And then you chain burst again, which resets the Jean skill and resets the New Generation skill. So then you do it again, and then on that next turn you go to 100 meter, and it's just like, that's
It's a
cool.
pretty cool loop.
It's a pretty cool loop. It's the only things that mess with it on the MC side is if you lose the shield from leaf burning, because then you don't get the even more uplift. But yeah, on full auto, you just have a team that triple attacks or chain bursts. They four burst. That's it. That's all they do. It's pretty
I like
funny.
it. They also have pretty decent DMPs. Like they have 3 crit nodes.
That means they're human, basically.
And balanced.
Debuff success is kind of F for them. Healing's good for them. Boost to caster's attack on using link skills. Wait, shouldn't they be, since they're 3 Cinderella Girls combined, shouldn't they gain 30 meter every time they press a button?
No.
Wouldn't that be stupid?
Yes.
Because
Especially
their link skills?
with their setup.
Yeah. I want it,
But
DJ.
no. Instead, you're going to take this boost to charge bar and like it.
Yeah. Alright, anyway. So, they're a cool design. Like, they're not going to change the game, or they're not going to break anything, but they're cool. I like that.
Yeah.
The funny...
Because, what was their character's first introduction to GBF? Let me look this up.
A very long time ago.
2014.
Yep, they were the first. I think they were the first to come in from Cinderella Girls, and that was before Cinderella Stage, wasn't it? Starlight Stage.
Yes,
That was
Starlight Stage was 2015.
Do you remember the days when you had to install the vanilla card game
Yes,
of Cinderella
yes, I remember
Girls?
that one. I
And you
did that in 2016.
you had to
It
actually
sucked.
yeah, you had to actually like play Cinderella Girls enough to get to certain ranks and then prove to GBF that you had hit that rank in order to get stuff.
It sucked.
Isn't that how you got Rin? Like, wait, one of them was always free, one of them was always a boost, and one of them was always treasure trade. Like,
I think Rin was what was it called? You fight with her enough times.
oh, was it loyalty? So there was.
Loyalty.
I thought Uzuki was the loyalty character.
I
No?
don't. I'm trying to remember back from 2014, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is that one was from treasure, one was from loyalty, and one was from playing the other game. Like, I actually didn't have Tsubasa from Side M for a good like 2-3 years because I didn't play Side M, like the card game. And I think
Uh,
it was I didn't have somebody from the Cinderella Girls side until they well, no, I played the Cinderella Girls card game to get that character. It must have been Rin because I wouldn't have done it for Mio.
Probably.
Anyway, the point is, Cinderella Fantasy. This is our 8th collab with Cinderella Girls. Fluffy, fun, rewarding for very little investment,
Wait 3 days until you get the rest of the story.
and we will get Kaede. That's the important part. Kaede.
I just want Koi Kaze.
Where is this? Is it field notes? She's right there. She's right there. She's waiting for us, DJ.
You know what? If you look at your field notes, there should have been Lamretta in here too, wasn't there?
Shh. No.
What?
Nope. But we've got Blue Pina. Wait. Oh, there's the Soccer Pina, and it's voiced by.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be voiced by Fukuhara Ayaka. Soccer Pina is now my second favorite Pina of all time.
Next to Taki Pina.
Third favorite pina of all time.
Okay.
Pink pina. So Take pina, then pink pina, now blue pina.
Okay, that makes sense.
Soccer pina.
And then the
Dude,
bunny one doesn't get
it's
one.
wearing the freaking. It's Argentina. It's the Argentinian national team.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna pull up Messi. Like this is the Messi of pinas. Hold on. I'm just gonna look this up on Google. Lionel Messi, Argentina. Just look at that image. Look at this. They're the same. They're the same. Look at that. They're the same.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. This was a weird event. Reading the first three chapters is a weird event.
I'm sure it's gonna get even weirder in 4 through 6. I mean, look at this. There's gotta be one more pina. We've had
I'm,
a skeleton, a dinosaur,
that plays fetch, by the way.
Lionel Messi, a devil. Who's the devil one voiced by? Oh, Hashi. Okay.
Ashi.
Oh, Suzaki Aya is the angel pina.
I wouldn't know because it doesn't talk right now. That one wants to destroy the world.
Who could possibly be the final pina? What could possibly be the last pina? I can't wait for this to be voiced. I really can't wait for this to be voiced.
I know.
Well, I can wait, but you know what I mean. I will enjoy this greatly when it comes back with voice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now to the other part of GBF news: new characters, and these ones are voiced. They had the voices sitting around for these two.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Well, Ilnot is the first one on the list, so let's just go with Ilnot first.
All right.
I'm gonna watch her CA again, and you can go ahead and talk about her. I'll just continue watching.
All right. So I actually read through her fate episode because she's a new character. We didn't expect her coming, and so I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. She just tags everything. This is just at radio. Yeah, she calls herself a certain word, and I'm like, oh, are you doing this for fun? I can't tell at this point.
She.
You going?
Oh, I was gonna say it's like she's definitely calls herself something that you don't call yourself if you're anywhere near a normal state of mind.
Uh-huh. So, she has an interesting kit actually. So, let's first understand this thing called peace. Okay, right?
So all right, so she's got. It's just like chocolate for the Valentine's, Melissa Bell, and stuff like that. So every piece that she has builds up, and then when it gets to 3, then it eats all of them, and she gets all of the buff effects.
For her CA
Mm-hmm.
specifically.
For her CA, she gets all of the possible effects.
Actually, let's start with what dope is. Actually, no,
There's so much going on.
there's so much with this character.
There is so much going on with this character.
All right, so she has one of her passives is called King of the Knights, and she gains dope based on the skill used by main allies. So there's a red one, a blue one, and a green one.
And then
The red one,
if you press yellow, by the way, it gives you one of them at random.
yes.
And it's like why? But anyway, keep going.
So the red one will increase her attack by 20% unique, and her CA damage by 30%. The blue one will give her 10% chaser for fire and multi attack up. No numbers on that yet. To my knowledge.
And then the
green one gives her revitalize.
So, and then the color of her dope when she CAs has another effect on top of that.
Correct.
So if it's red, she will cast her nuke, right?
Yeah.
If it's blue, she will reset the cooldown on the gift shop.
Yes. If it's green, it restores 1,000 HP to all allies and gives them 1,000 shields. That one's all right.
Hmm.
So, and so when she has all three pieces, she will use get all three of those buffs at the same time for that.
And she gets that essentially every two CAs because the first CA will give her a piece. She also has the Mosh effect where when the opponent uses a special attack, she not only nukes over here and gets herself a bunch of meter, by the way, gets herself a grip of
Mm-hmm.
meter whenever that happens. That's why I compared it to Mosh. And she gets herself a free piece. So once again, like very similar to a character like Valentine's Melissa Bell, where you're just building up those stacks, using them, building them back up.
So let's look at her skill one.
Hmm.
So Burner Bomb, at level 55 goes to the 5 turn cooldown. That's really spammable, actually.
It's
This
also
is
spammable because she
why,
does it passively.
yeah. There's also a reason why like it has low damage. It's like 330 cap
Cause she just
because
casts
it's
it.
spammable.
Because she casts it all the time. Like she'll cast one on reactively. She'll cast one on red dope CA. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
these flying around.
And she also gets a stackable attack up that can't be removed.
Hmm.
Stacks at 50%, and 20 meter. That's if she's spamming this, she's gonna see a lot.
Hmm. And then she's got the gift shop.
Gift shop goes 6 turns after level 75. It delays and removes a buff. That's pretty good.
It's really good, and you can reset it by just having a blue dope on when you kill the city.
Or have all three pieces for kill the city.
Hmm.
And then so this last one is a 10 turn cooldown, by the way, Ill Knight.
Hmm.
Because it heals for 5,000 to somebody, removes all their debuffs, and gives them 100 meter. That's fair. That's actually, yeah.
It's really good.
I like the design of her buttons actually
Hmm.
because
Well,
it fits with her motif.
yeah. And then another reason to have this character, by the way, she just plain has Ruler of Fate but fire.
Oh yeah, the Mystic Spirit Gun. Yeah,
This thing's literally Ruler of Fate but fire, except for the
and
random buff,
it also it comes immediately at 4 star. Well,
four
it
starable.
actually has its 4 star.
Hmm. What a character! This character looks really fun. Like she is definitely meant to be a manual character.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So not a full auto character, but definitely a manual character and rewarding. Like there's a lot going on. Just got to practice and I've played with Kaim enough times. I'm like, okay, I think I've got the hang of it.
She's dope.
All right,
All right,
next up
Predator.
we got Predator. Predator, our girl. Predator is one of those characters that we've been hoping to get out of SR purgatory for a long time. It's totally not related to the fact that like some of us have like had beers with Asakawa Yu before, but like this character was actually used as an SR because she had the always triple attacks passive. So she still got used in like the one button um, campaign exclusive quest, or you pull her out for like SR only quests.
Amazing.
Thank you for the follow to Shanks to 31. Anyway, but like she's a favorite of mine for multiple reasons, and she has an SSR now.
Yeah,
Um, and she keeps a lot of what made her SR special. So she always triple attacks. She has freaking Levi Ackerman defense. What's minus 70%, right?
correct.
But at least she can dodge just like Levi. Like, what is the wording on Levi's passive that goes the same way? Anyway, let's take a look. I'm curious about this.
Wait, can't you look? Actually, I can't just use Ackerman.
You
Let's
cannot.
see here. Let's see. He has 70% reduced defense, 100% triple attack rate, and 40% dodge.
So low defense deals triple attacks, high dodge rate. So that's a very familiar sounding.
Hmm.
And then she also gives herself enmity, which is important because she also has the Bea effect, right? Where it's there. She eats her own HP, and she gets chaser, and she gets double strike, and she gets jammed.
Oh, that's pretty good,
That's a lot of
actually.
things on one button.
Her jam lasts for 8 turns, yeah.
Uh, then we've got the blind and onslaught, and then break assassin, crit, and other. Is this other self? It is
His other
the
self.
boot icon.
Uh,
So
Things to note about that is that the assault blow has the same cooldown as Laughing Phantom, so they really want you to sync those up, really.
hmm But yeah, very very straightforward in use. Like she is there to hit often, hit hard, hit multiple times. Like this is sort of an upgrade to the light Danawa design. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's go take a look at the Predator Claw and see what this is. It's Trium and Verity. All right, we can ignore this one for a
Yeah,
while,
let's ignore it.
especially since if we were thinking of dark melee main hands, and there's a really good one coming in a week that drops the Beelzebub.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The
she's
one thing I wish she had was a lowered hostility node.
she doesn't have that.
Nope, she has 2 skill damage cap ups and 2 dodge one.
But you know what? I'm doing a thirst roll right now because I'm just sitting on 400 rolls. Let's just do this. Come on.
I'm sitting on two sparks right now,
I'm not sitting on
personally.
2 sparks. I am, however. Oh, it's at the end. Let me feel the power that'll rip me to shreds, DJ.
She is right up.
After this. No, it's no.
Is it Shiva? Oh no,
No,
it's well. All right then.
I'm sad. I'm pretty sad right now.
Thanks, Vera.
It got. I'm blaming you for this one. This is a Vera version.
Beep boop robot.
I'm mad. I'm pretty mad.
Beep boop.
It was in the last position and everything. That should be illegal.
It was guaranteed SR or higher.
It's the cruelest cut. It's the cruelest cut right there.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what we had to cover, DJ, isn't it?
No, there's one more thing we need to cover that you didn't actually think about.
All right, hit me.
The new weapon uncaps.
The new weapon uncaps. Oh yeah. All right, this is the
The
fun
one that,
part.
the
Let's
one that we
go.
were gonna talk about yesterday if we didn't have news.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to the moon shop. This is all about the goofiest things we can think of.
All
You
right.
can't stop us anymore, Melissa. This train doesn't have brakes. This train doesn't have brakes. I have 95 gold moons. All right. So, Excalibur, uh, already one of the best. It got stamina at level 200. Is there anything else
Nice.
to say about the Sword of the King?
No.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on. Still excellent. All right, DJ, you're the Gable owner.
All right. So Gable, they changed his actual abilities. So it used to be that it was a stacking unique attack up only to MC. It went up to 200%. Now it's progression, and that's kind of better with how grids are going nowadays.
If you have a light Gable, you are very likely a Zeus player. So
Mm-hmm.
Zeus appreciates that. It
You
lets
get
you
double Zeus.
it lets you cut Sacred Standard if you don't want Sacred Standard, and you happen to be one of the many light Gable owners, like our idol, Nakamura Yuichi.
Mm-hmm. The other thing they also changed is one sting, one kill. So it is now guaranteed crit instead of like a 5% chance to do 900% crit.
When when grids were very bad and summons were not like the way they were, then that 900% crit felt so good.
Yeah,
But
you felt like getting a headshot with Eugen.
yeah, That's exactly where I was going. You beat me to it.
Okay.
And
They changed this. You finish first.
I was gonna say the keen effect to MC also on CA, doesn't that apply to everybody now?
So it wasn't Keen before. It was a crit up that overridden songs crit actually
Mm-hmm.
because it was the same crit modifier
Mm-hmm.
that was like what 50% to do something I forget. I'm not going to look back in the wiki for this. It's Keen now. It's nice. It fixed everybody.
All right. So
Oh, and they also gave it Verity and it's 200.
they added more crit to it because it's the the weapon is already good enough. Like with what they gave to it, a lot of these things gave them things that don't make you feel bad that you bought a superlative weapon and are not using it main hand, which is
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah, the Verity is nice because it helps everyone who's not named MC.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
All right, so Damascus Knife got a huge rework. So
it really needed it. Let's be honest.
yes, it did. Like this was clearly the worst of all of them. Well, it was kind of a juggling act between this and Mjolnir to be the worst of them. So, um, the new version of Damascus Knife, it adds a new skill to the game called Hunt, where it gives you 10% Chaser against anything with any level of Bounty Hunt on it. And given that this weapon bounty hunts on CA, that's helpful. Also, the Shady Business skill actually turns into something real now, doesn't it?
Let's see here. Shady business 10% admin drop rate, boost to bounty hunt success, increase limit to 10. I think it's because we're talking about that change. I think there was what was it the change that it combined skill 2 and skill 1 together,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and they gave it a real skill 2.
Yeah, so now it gets arts and hunt. So you have skill damage cap, which is a very convenient thing when you have it. Like the Anubis thing has it, Vagabond has it. Um, it's convenient when you get it. It's like you will never say no to this because even the auto attack teams do skill damage now. And then hunt.
Yeah,
They made it usable. It's not embarrassing anymore, and the hunt also doesn't require you to have it main hand either, does it?
it doesn't say it.
Yeah, pretty good.
So that got to glow up.
That got to glow up. Caduceus or Caduc I can never. It's Caduceus, I think, is the official translation.
Ducus is how you pronounce in Japanese. So yes,
Uh, all right. So have we ever talked about like Magical Christmas Land
I
for
think we
this
did.
weapon?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Or have we done it on this show?
I don't know. So
Have
let's
we?
just do it anyways.
So, all right. So Caduceus used to be not very like well represented because it was like, what do you? The skills that you would reset on Warlock would not be. I have talked about the new Warlock skill with this weapon. It used to just be way pushed down because like the offensive staff classes were Necromancer and Warlock, and resetting Warlock skills were just like eh.
Maybe?
Like resetting Chaser is nice, I guess. But now you have Resounding Chant, and you're like, yes, yes, give me the power to
So
CA again.
so what they gave it is they just gave it Garrison.
They gave it Garrison.
It didn't need anything really. It really didn't need anything.
The other worst one, our boy Mjolnir. So they reduced its mischance from a 50% mischance to a 20% mischance. So before, the chance of missing every attack was like, and this is just every attack of a triple attack. It's zero point 0.5 to the third power. You used to have a 12% chance of missing every attack.
Feels bad.
Now you have a 0.8% chance of missing every attack. So that helps a lot. Like, if you can't stand to see the word miss in the first place, then this is definitely not the weapon for you. It's still not the weapon for you. However, because of the new skills that it got, where um, the War God Swing 2 goes to crit. Well, it already gave cap up, I think, on critical attacks, didn't it?
No,
No?
it always critted
It always critted, okay. But now they also give you cap up on the crit.
like 30%,
And it gives you the
approximately.
attack and crit skill there. But, like,
I mean, once again, the third skill is more for the grid than
mhm.
the main character.
So really, this thing it got a lot better. The question is, the math says that it's a very good upgrade because of the 30% cap up on any attack that actually hits.
And also the 30% more accuracy.
Mm-hmm. That's on paper. The question about this thing is whether you are willing to just look at an attack that could have hit for like 3 million, but instead says the word miss. So
Oh,
if
actually, no, I've missed Hydro Pump 3 times in a row before, so it won't be any different than that for me.
you've missed what?
Hydro Pump
Which one's
in
Hydro Pump?
Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
It has 80% hit rate.
Mm-hmm. All right. Freikugel, already one of the best fire main hand weapons. It added Trium. Okay.
Yeah. It's to help the other characters.
Yeah. We're just gonna move on. Uh,
Did it always? No, wait, it also got Onslaught.
it got Onslaught on CA. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not bad.
which helps it because it triple attacks when something's broken. Hey, look, they're broken.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yep.
Stays good. You can use it in elements that don't have TN in them now. That's actually quite favorable. Skypiercer, one of my personal pet projects of someday I will pierce the sky, just like my hero Kyoku can.
All right, so they changed skill 2 to be a combination of old skill 1 and skill 2. So, you always roll triple attacks. Well, skill 2 is you always roll triple attacks, take 5% damage every turn, and then at 150 you also get the 30% chaser. Skill 1, did you give it enmity?
Yeah, and then they gave it the blow skill, which is new, and it's related to something that we already saw, which was
Proving ground fist.
the Hollow Sky, actually, but also the Proving Ground Fist as well. The third hit of triple attacks has Chaser.
Hollow Sky, by the way, Dom, is just a flat 100k to your damage. It's not a chaser.
Oh, it's not a Chaser. Got it. My bad. All right. Anything else to say about Skypiercer?
It's good.
It's good.
Put yourself on fire.
Set yourself on fire. Unleash the royal purple blow. All right. Hercules, already one of the most efficient turn-wise weapons in the game. If you have followed the people who own Herculeses, people who own Herculeses, they seem to have this kind of like radar where they can detect each other, and by radar that they can detect each other, we mean that they are always in the top ranks of proving
Of proving
grounds.
ground. Yeah.
Every single time, the top ranks are going to have somebody with a Hercules.
Well, that's because proving ground ranking is by turn based and not time based or anything.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, what else did we need to add to it? They added Solari to it.
it didn't need much really.
It didn't need anything else.
If you were a Hercules player, you knew what you're doing.
You're trying to kill Ultimate Bahamut on turn 1 among 6 people.
That's a funny video
That
though.
video is so funny, but you also have to play it with the sound off because you're hearing 4 different people's like skill effects every time. All right.
It also takes like what 10 minutes or something.
Mhm.
It's a long time.
Yeah. All right. Hercules is done. Ulikumi. Ulikumi, the fire one, is extremely popular because of Alanon. because one of Alanon's biggest problems is um, his long ass cooldowns. Like when he is on the front line and he has already pressed his buttons, he is doing nothing after those 4 glorious turns. But Ulikumi got a couple of very good quality of life changes. But also the other thing about Ulikumi is that I believe Ulikumi gives a chaser on is it C on CA to your team?
I'll have to look it up.
It's high voltage. It's a heal. Mm,
No.
you get it off of Vuj Him 2, the second skill. That's where you get the chaser
Yes.
from. So when used with Alanon, you were mostly using it for this chaser right here. Like around turn 10, when you actually got to um, actually wait, no, it doesn't affect Alanon at all. Haha, it was used purely for skill 2. I am sorry. No, wait, it's cut to all skills with over 5 turn cooldown. Yeah.
But it says MC only.
It is MC only for the skill cut?
I don't know. I don't want.
Yeah. But it has very high uptime on Chaser. So that's why it was used with Alanon. I apologize for getting the mistake.
One of the things that they changed with this though
It now
was
works
that
with any Harp skill 1 now.
correct because it used to only be specifically.
It used to specifically refer to Elysian and Superstar skill 1, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, so now it works with the new Harp classes like Lumberjack, which is an excellent class, and Lumberjack.
Rising Force.
And Rising Force, which is also an excellent class.
It's actually a pretty good class.
Yeah. And then it got Small Majesty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's alright.
Ulikumi, already great. Got better. This one's
Alright.
controversial for some people because of the fact that like all of these things, right? We're already saying it's like was really good, didn't need anything, got better, or was like needed help, got help. Mjolnir is probably the worst of them right now, still, and it's not even that bad. You just have to approach it with a mindset of I am willing to miss sometimes.
Look, you're going to approach that. You're playing Fire Emblem with that one.
Yeah. So now we have the Amino Habakiri. So the main feature of Amino Habakiri was the Lord Sword.
Which you got from CA.
Yeah. And so the thing about Amino Habakiri is that it has a bunch of like different things that kind of work together, but really you're just fishing for Lord Sword every time. So thinking about it this way, the Amino as a katana can be used main hand in 3 different classes that I can think of right now this second, which are Kengo, Rune Slayer, and Crusaor.
What's that sword class?
Glorybringer.
There you go.
Ignore Glorybringer. No one in their right mind is going to run Glorybringer with an Amino main hand.
But hey, when you attack with it in main hand, it gives you 35% chaser for that attack.
Or you could do any number of other things that don't involve being a Glorybringer.
You're right, but still.
I sometimes forget that Glorybringer is a class just because like the kit that it brings is so
Bad.
not yeah, okay, bad.
It's pretty bad.
compared-
You use it for other things.
Compared to the 3 classes I just named off, it is so awful. So let's just say you're a Crusaor, right? You get to 100 meter and you're trying to CA twice with this thing in order to just build up to 100 meter the next turn and do it again before your dual arts runs out. Which, by the way, requires it being in the offhand and not in the main hand in order to get 2 of the same CA. Or you just have it in your main hand and you just do it, and then sometimes you get a nice like offhand effect multiple times. So you're fishing for Lord Sword, so you attack 9 times and just go nuts. Just go absolutely nuts. It already had attack and crit.
Yeah, it's a layer already.
They added the boost to attack upon dealing multi-attacks has been made undispellable. The boost to your MC's damage cap was always there, and I believe that is also undispellable now? I forget. The
I
point is the Slay
don't.
Snake Smith stuff undispellable. And then the addition they gave to it is Trium. And water players have a very rocky relationship with the word Trium.
Can they change can we change
Murglace.
Margulies to skill 1, please?
Because one of the things, so Varuna, like 3-4 years ago when they started really pushing primal stuff, like just having more tools for it, Varuna was considered really good because it had Murglace. It was one of the first to have a 4-star grand weapon uncap. Then came
Right.
Gombantane. People were like, oh, sick! It's Murglace, but in light. Time has passed, and
It's been about 3 years.
water players stare. It's like, wow, I can have Trium or Sentence or there's the Taisai bow, which is what,
Great.
crit,
Yeah, do it.
and they also have the Galilee's Insight, which is stamina, because stamina is totally something that water has been missing out on for a long time. It's just like, anyway. There's
The
a little
reason,
bit of trauma involved with the word Trium. It's like, we added Trium to it. It's like, okay.
I mean, the reason why you use this Gallery's Insight is it also gives a crit.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so some people have trauma with the Amino. Me personally, I still enjoy just Aminoing the hell out of things. I just like using this weapon. I like hitting things with it. I like Lord Sorting. I like Lord Sorting with the uh, like sometimes I put Pandemonium on. I think is this the one where I have Pandemonium on? No, it's not. Why do I
Oh,
have
to increase your meter
your
gain.
meter gain? It's on one of these classes somewhere where I can like. There it is, Pandemonium. Pandemonium with Lord Sword means that you CA again that same turn, and then you have a chance of Lord Swording again. Oh, I love rolling those dice. So anyway, the Amino, um, it has Solaire and Slay Snake and Trium. I still think it's fine. Other
Yeah,
people would
it's
be
fine.
more happy with it being like stronger, but it's
No.
it's a great main hand. I'm okay.
I lose so many races because of Amino.
Yeah, that's because we have so many Aminos in our teams.
Yeah, I don't. So I lose all these races.
Like we have Shar with his Earth Amino. You got me, Cody, and Melissa with our Water Aminos. It's so much fun. This weapon's so fun. I love my Amino son. I just realized this thing's only skill level 16. All right, well, I have a project when I'm done with radio. Anyway,
It's called farming more SRs because you're probably out like me.
I'm not out right now, but I still need to skill level that thing. So anyway, is there anything else left? Are we done?
That was lots of it.
All right.
By
So
next week, we should have Kaede,
we'll
and we
have
can talk about
Kaede.
her.
We'll have the birth of a new king. Right? When's the birth of a new king? Hold on.
I don't know actually.
What date is that supposed to drop? May 25th. Yeah. Um, that'll be 2 weeks from now then that we talk about the birth of a new king.
All right, 2 radios from now. Gotcha.
2 radios from now. But there will be a story that comes with the birth of a new king, and it's pretty implied that it'll be about Shalem also. So Shalem fans rejoice.
Until then,
Until then, we'll see you guys later.
later.
Thanks everyone. See you guys later. Boop. All right, thanks DJ.
No problem.